Today, we will start our discussion with the question of pre-post incorporation profit from revision test paper of the year 2020. It is a topic which is asked in each and every examination. Let me tell you, the topic is easy but very important. So I want you guys to secure full marks from this topic. So the next few minutes I am going to help you understand what pre-post incorporation profit really is. Sometimes companies are formed from non-company running business. In these cases, profit earned by company before incorporation is credited to capital reserve account, and profit earned by company after incorporation called post incorporation profit. Hopefully providing you answers to a question about pre-post incorporation profit. So before starting the question, we will first discuss the steps which will apply to a question. So these are the steps. First is calculate time ratio based on pre-post period. Next is calculate sales ratio based on sales in pre and post period. Next is calculate other ratio as per question. Next is allocate sales, cost of sales, carriage inward, bad debts, traveler commission, discount, sales commission in ratio of sales. Next is allocate expenses and income in the time ratio, for example salary, interest, depreciation, rent, office expenses, printing expenses, telephone and legal expenses. Next is certain expenses are of post period only. Example, company audit fees, interest on debenture, director fees, preliminary expenses written off. So now come to the question. Green Limited took over our running business with effect from 1st of April 2019. The company was incorporated on 1st of August 2019. The following summarized profit and loss account has been prepared for the year ended 31st March 2020. To salaries 72,000, stationery 7,200, traveling expenses 25,200, advertisement 24,000, miscellaneous trade expenses 56,700, rent office buildings 39,600, electricity charges 6,300, director fees 16,800, bad debts 4,800, commission to selling agent 33,000, debenture interest 4,500, interest paid to vendor 6,300, selling expenses 37,800, depreciation on fixed assets 14,400, to net profit 1,31,400, by gross profit 4,80,000. Additional information: sales ratio between pre and post incorporation period was 1:3. Rent of office building was paid 3,000 rupees per month up to September 2019, and thereafter it was increased by 600 rupees per month. Next is traveling expenses include 7,200 towards sales promotion. Traveling expenses are to be allocated between pre and post incorporation period on time basis. So sales promotion of rupees 7,200 will be excluded from the total amount of traveling expenses. Next is depreciation include 900 for assets acquired in the post period. Next is purchase consideration was discharged by the company on 30th September 2019 by issuing equity share of rupees 10 each. You are required to prepare statement showing calculation of profit and allocation of expenses between pre and post incorporation periods. Now come to the answer. Statement showing calculation of profits for pre and post incorporation periods for the year ended 31st March 2020. Particulars: pre incorporation period, post incorporation period. First is gross profit. So gross profit, which is given in the question of the rupees 4,80,000, we will distribute in the ratio of sales. So sales ratio is 1:3. So 4,80,000 into 1/4 is equal to 1,20,000 for pre period, and 4,80,000 into 3/4 is equal to 3,60,000 for the post period. Next is salaries. So salary, which is given in the question, is rupees 72,000, which we will distribute in the ratio of time. So working note number 1, time ratio. So pre-incorporation period will start from 1st of April 2019 to 31st July 2019, that is for 4 months, and post-incorporation period will start from 1st of August 2019 to 31st March 2020, that is for a period of 8 months. So 4:8 or 1:2. So pre-incorporation period 1st April 2019 to 31st July 2019, that is for a period of 4 months, and post-incorporation period from 1st of August 2019 to 31st March 2020, that is for 8 months. So time ratio is 4:8 or 1:2. Salary we will distribute in the ratio of time. So salary of rupees 72,000, which is given in the question, 72,000 into 1/3 is equal to 24,000 for pre-period, and 72,000 into 2/3 is equal to 48,000 for the post-period. Next is traveling expenses of rupees 25,200. Traveling expenses include 7,200 towards sales promotion. So traveling expenses are to be allocated between pre and post incorporation period on time basis. Sales promotion expenses of rupees 7,200 will be deducted from the total amount of traveling expenses. Traveling expenses. So now come to working note number 3, traveling expenses and sales promotion expenses. So traveling expenses is in total 25,200 minus 7,200 sales promotion expenses. So after deducting, we get total traveling expenses of rupees 18,000, which we will distribute in the ratio of time, that is 1:2. So 18,000 into 1/3 is equal to 6,000 for pre-period, and 18,000 into 2/3 is equal to 12,000 for the post-period. So sales promotion expenses we will distribute in the ratio of sales, that is 1:3. So 7,200 into 1/4 is equal to 1,800 for pre-period, and 7,200 into 3/4 is equal to 5,400 for post-period. Traveling expenses 6,000 for pre-period and 12,000 for the post-period. Sales promotion expenses 1,800 for pre-period and 5,400 for the post-period. Next is advertisement, which is given in the question of rupees 24,000. We will distribute in the ratio of sales. So 24,000 into 1/4 is equal to 6,000 for pre-period, and 24,000 into 3/4 is equal to 18,000 for the post-period. Next is miscellaneous trade expenses 56,700, which is given in the question. We will distribute in the ratio of time. So 56,700 into 1/3 is equal to 18,900 for pre-period, and 56,700 into 2/3 is equal to 37,800 for the post-period. Rent office building 39,600. Now come to additional information, point number B. Rent of office building was paid 3,000 rupees per month up to September 2019, and thereafter it was increased by 600 rupees per month. Rent for pre-incorporation period 3,000 into 4. Pre-incorporation period will start from 1st of April 2019 to 31st July 2019, that is for a period of 4 months. So 3,000 rupees per month into 4 months is equal to 12,000 for the pre-period. Next is rent for post-incorporation period. So rent for August and September 2019 is 3,000 rupees. So 3,000 rupees per month into 2 is equal to 6,000, which will come under post-period. And from 1st of October 2019, rent will be increased by 600 rupees per month. So earlier rent was 3,000 rupees per month. Now rent is 3,000 plus 600 is equal to 3,600 per month into 6 months. So now rent from October 2019 to March 2020 is 21,600. So total rent is 27,600 for the post period. Rent 12,000 for the pre-period and 27,600 for the post period. Next is electricity charges of rupees 6,300, which is given in the question. We will distribute in the ratio of time. So 6,300 into 1/3 is equal to 2,100 for the pre-period, and 6,300 into 2/3 is equal to 4,200 for the post period. Next is director fees, which is given in the question of rupees 16,800. There are certain expenses which will come under post period only. So director fees is the one of them which will come under post period only, that is 16,800. Next is bad debts, which is given in the question of rupees 4,800. We will distribute in the ratio of sales. So 4,800 into 1/4 is equal to 1,200 for pre-period, and 4,800 into 3/4 is equal to 3,600 for the post period. Next is commission to selling agent. which is given in the question, rupees 33,000 we will distribute in the ratio of sales. So selling agent commission 33,000 into 1 by 4 is equal to 8,254 pre-period, and 33,000 into 3 by 4 is equal to 24,754 post period. Next is debenture interest. So debenture interest will come under post period only, that is 4,500. Interest paid to vendor 6,300. Additional information, point number E. Purchase consideration was discharged by company on 30th September 2019 by issuing equity share of rupees 10 each. Green Limited took over our running business on 1st of April 2019, but consideration paid was on 30th September 2019. That is, interest will be paid for a period of 6 months from 1st of April 2019 to 30th September 2019. That is for a period of 6 months. So out of which 4 months is pre-period, that is from 1st April 2019 to 31st July 2019, and August and September 2019 will come under post period. So come to working note number 4, interest paid to vendor till 30th September 2019 pre-post. Interest for pre-incorporation period 6,300. So 6,300 interest is in total for a period of 6 months. But we need interest for a period of 4 months. So 6,300 divided 6 into 4 is equal to 4,200 for pre-period, and interest for post incorporation period, that is for August 2019 and September 2019, is equal to 6,300 into 2 by 6 is equal to 2,100 for the post period. Interest paid to vendor 4,200 for pre-period and 2,100 for the post period. Next is selling expenses of rupees 37,800, which is given in the question. We will distribute in the ratio of sales. So 37,800 into 1 by 4 is equal to 9,450 for pre-period, and 37,800 into 3 by 4 is equal to 28,350 for the post period. So depreciation on fixed assets rupees 14,400. Now come to additional information, point number D. Depreciation include 900 for assets acquired in the post period. Total depreciation 14,400 minus depreciation exclusively for the post period, that is 900, will come under post period only. So after deducting depreciation for post period, we get 13,500. So 13,500 we will distribute in the ratio of time. So depreciation for pre-incorporation period is 13,500 into 4 by 12 is equal to 4,500 for pre-period, and depreciation for post-incorporation period 13,500 into 8 by 12 is equal to 9,000. So total of post-period depreciation is 9,900 and pre-period is 4,500. Total of pre-incorporation period expenses rupees 1,08,000 rupees, and total of post-incorporation period expense rupees 2,47,800, and after deducting these expenses from the gross profit, we get pre-post incorporation profit. So pre-incorporation profit is 19,200 and post-incorporation profit rupees 1,12,200. Now come to the conclusion. Green Limited will transfer pre-incorporation profit of rupees 19,200 to the capital reserve and transfer post-incorporation profit of rupees 1,12,200 to the profit and loss account. And if you have any doubt, then please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.